Hello and welcome to my food storage. I am going to give you a tour today, but before that, can you tell I have some stuff that needs to be put away? Let's get to organizing because I cannot stand looking at this anymore.
And thus begins the trying to bend over with this massive pregnant belly in my way. Honestly, it really has not been too bad, but when I have been trying to bend down to get things, I am just completely out of breath. You will hear this coming up. I tried my best to catch my breath before I talked to you guys on the camera, but I think I'm just like permanently out of breath until this baby comes out of me. So we are just refilling the shelves right here. And I talk about this a little later too, but it just gets out of hand so quickly if you don't keep up on this stuff. I really wanted to film it, which is why I had all this stuff laid out on the ground so that I could show you guys how I like to organize it and how I like to always take the packaging off of things and try and group like things together, etc., etc. I'm sure you guys get the point, but sometimes when you're starting things like this, like if you're trying to start a food pantry or what would this be called, a food storage, sometimes it's hard to visualize what that would look like and like where the organization would come from. Like, do you need a bunch of organizational bins? How are you going to do that? So I just like to show you that you can do it super easily. I think really the real key is taking everything out of their packaging. I do have a few exceptions and I will explain those to you coming up in the video, but taking things out of the packaging takes up so much less room on your shelves, but also makes it so much easier when you are coming to grab an item from your shelves and you can just grab one instead of having to bring scissors with you or figure out how to detach them or having to bring one of the items back after cutting it with scissors in the kitchen or something like that. And I've implemented this system, oh gosh, since forever ago, since we've had a food storage, and it's always worked really well for me. With our family growing, I'm not sure if I'm just stocking up on things because I am nesting and want to have plenty on hand, or if it's because our family's growing and we're needing more things. But I'm like, am I running out of room in this food storage? I think I'm just going to have to make do with the room that I have and just keep things rotating. That's another one of the big things. You always want to be checking for dates, trying to pull the older things forward so you're using them first. Oh gosh, I could go on and on about all of the tips for food storage, but really it's a super simple concept that has saved us money in the long run.
Sorry for the low lighting in here. It's just the way it is. It's a storage area, but look at all of this packaging right here. I still have to break down the almond milk box, but that is all packaging that would be sitting up there taking up space. So I want to take you through, sorry, I'm totally out of breath because, you know, I'm almost 38 weeks pregnant, but I'm glad I got this stuff up there. Let me just take you through. I want to show you a tour of what we're keeping here. If you guys have been following me for a while, you've seen my other food storage tours back when this used to be in our garage because that was the only place we could have it. If you have a small space, you can still have a food storage. That was one of the smallest spaces we've ever lived. And as you can see, what I have set up here doesn't take up much space and I still get to shop from my food storage instead of having to go out to the store all the time. Another thing that this does for me too is I'm able to stock up on some things when we have sales. So that's also really important to me. But let's start at the top. I have a lot of lighter weight stuff up here. That's so that if it comes crashing down, which it never has, but you wouldn't have like jars of spaghetti sauce coming down onto everything else. Does that make sense? So we have chips up here. We have 2 bags of these from the ground up grain-free tortilla style chips. These ones are just without corn, which Derek cannot have corn. So we also do the siete ones. We love those in the back. We do lots of nacho nights and Derek likes to make nachos for his lunch. We all just, oh my goodness, I can't talk because I'm so out of breath. It's crazy, like the limits that my body has at the moment that usually would not even faze me. Made good granola minis. My kids love these. Probably dangerous that we're only down to 1 more pack. Their favorite is the chocolate chip, but they will eat the mixed berry if that's the only thing that's left. And I get these at Costco. Most of all this stuff is from Costco, but it's either a mix of Costco and Thrive. It's basically a mix of Costco and Thrive in here. So then we have our Thrive beef sticks. We just have 1 box left. Again, probably dangerous because my family loves these. I have 3 bags of granola. They were going away this kind, the dark chocolate and red berries. And we love to make smoothie bowls and acai bowls and all that kind of stuff. And then they had a dark chocolate and peanut butter one that was on sale because that's what they came out with after the red berries one went away. So I have 3 bags of that back there. We are set on granola for a while. Right here you can see this is a big pasta build up here. It's because Thrive was actually having a sale. If you saw my Thrive haul, then you would know Thrive had a big sale on their pasta, so I stocked up. This is one of those times when it's on sale and you have the space to keep 12, 18 boxes of pasta so that you don't have to pay the full price every single time. And it makes this little setup so worth it. I think we got this shelf at like Home Depot or something years and years ago. Grabbed these from Costco as well. These are the DV's Organics Freezy Pops. And in that Costco haul, I said, man, I wish I knew about these before because I just grabbed this box on Thrive. It's okay. These will probably last us all summer with these 3 bags. I also have these Good Pops back here. We love to be the house that if other kids come over, we have plenty of popsicles for everybody. And that way nobody feels left out. And it's a fun summer treat because it does get quite warm here in the summer. These ones are great too because they are shelf stable because they're basically just like Otter Pops and you put them in the freezer when you're ready. Down here, I grabbed some organic all-purpose flour. We are gluten-free aside from sourdough. That is the only exception. So with sourdough, or at least I should say for myself, but okay, you get the point. With sourdough, I use a lot of all-purpose flour, a lot of bread flour as well. So I grabbed these 2 from Costco. I just haven't needed to fill up my 10-gallon bucket yet that I got from Tractor Supply. I've shown you guys that setup in my pantry lots of times, but I like to use as much of that flour as I can before I put new flour in, just so we make sure we're rotating through all the flour. Back behind it is just a couple more, what is this, like almond flour. This one's also an almond flour. Just so we have things on hand so I don't always have to go out and buy like a bag of flour if one recipe calls for like a cup of almond flour. This is a cake decorating set. This was given to me by my sister-in-law who had taken up cake decorating, I think, just a couple times. But it's great because I don't use it, but maybe once a year for the kids' birthdays. That's good if I need it. We have some fruit snacks. These are from Thrive. Yum Earth, we like this brand. This is from Costco, a big bag of raisins. Back here, we just have some chips and other snacks. These actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, were all free from Thrive. So I need to get on eating those. I'm pretty much the only one who will eat these though because they are cinnamon. And we just found out that Isla has a cinnamon allergy. So she can't eat those, and she's the only other one who would actually like them. We have some barbecue chips back there, which Derek will be very happy to see because I thought we were out, which is why it's always important to check your food pantry first. Some Unreal candy. That is also from Thrive. Better Than Bouillon. I like to keep these on hand. I have a chicken one and a beef one. I get these massive ones from Costco. They're a great deal compared to what you're going to see in the store for sure. We have a bunch of chocolate chips here. We use them quite frequently. I use them in pancakes, in cookies, in just on our smoothie bowls. We do a lot of stuff like that, in oatmeal. So we go through those pretty quickly. I have the mini chips from Enjoy Life. That's our favorite. They just came out with a mini white chocolate chip, which was fabulous because no other brand has like a dairy-free white chocolate. And then these back here are just semi-sweet morsels in case I need something bigger. We also have some random seasonings here. This is the meat and potato seasoning from Primal Palette. Again, got this at Thrive. This is the real salt that I keep in my salt pig in the kitchen from Redmond. Again, from Thrive. And then some salad dressings that we really like to keep on hand. And I broke my own rule of putting things in here with packaging on them because I don't like to do that. But no dairy buffalo sauce right here from Primal Kitchen. Also from Primal Kitchen is the cilantro lime dressing and marinade. This is so good on like burritos and tacos. And then I have 3 of the Caesar dressings back here, and that is because they were being sold at Costco. I've never seen them at Costco. They were a great deal and they were going away. I haven't seen them since, so I'm glad I have those back there. We have sesame oil, which I don't use very often. This is maple syrup. And then we have just a few lone marinara sauce jars back here because you'll see I didn't have enough room. And then some ketchup. Oh, let's see. Next row down here, you can see we have a bunch of canned goods here. We have some extra peanut butter. This is all extra gluten-free flour back here. Extra olives, which my My guys go through those so quick. And then I found this fun one, organic blueberry jam at Costco. So I just grabbed that as well for like peanut butter and jellies. Whole wheat flour, again, something that you can use in sourdough, although I bought this when I was using a recipe that used whole wheat flour and now I don't use it. So we'll see if I get back into that or if I'll need to declutter that and hand it down to someone else. Some salsa, and then lots of marinara sauce back here. I just didn't have any room for those other two, so I kept those up there. But we also have a lot of enchilada sauce. I like to keep those on hand. Enchilada sauce here, enchilada sauce there. A lot of beans. These are black beans, kidney beans all the way up through here, and then a lone can of baked beans. My kids have really enjoyed those as well. And then over here, you can see I get all these from Costco because they're the Kirkland brand and they are such a good price for all this tomato sauce. And then these are diced tomatoes and tomato paste. And I love always having these on hand because it feels like a lot of the recipes that we do, it usually contains one or more of these. And I love just being able to come in here and grab a few. Like, I just think that's fabulous. I also have a bunch of refried beans there in the back, also from Costco, and a can of pumpkin. We keep that on hand for the dogs in case they ever get stopped up or anything like that and need help with their digestion. They really usually never do. It's only if they ever get sick, but just having that on hand, I like to have it on hand. And then down here on our last row here, we have some dishwasher detergent right back there. That's all from Thrive. I really have liked that Rosie brand. It's very clean, very easy to use, and it's cheap. Bon Ami, one of my favorite cleaners ever. It's basically like Comet, but cleaner, and is like $2. Also get that on Thrive in a 2-pack. And then I have a bunch of Ziplocs back here. We have some freezer gallons, freezer quarts, and then a bunch of sandwich ones stacked back there as well. Moving on, we have, so this is one that I won't take out of the package because I'll take it out of the package when I put it in the kitchen. We're just not ready for more applesauce yet. So this is a box of the pouches from Kirkland. You're gonna hear our heat is kicking on right now, so just ignore, aluminum foil and parchment paper. I like to have an extra, especially of the parchment paper. I don't really go through foil that often, but with making all these freezer meals, I did need some, so I grabbed it at Costco for a really good price for 2 of them. Coconut water, again, another thing that I'm not taking out of the package because when I need it in my pantry, I will just take this entire thing into the pantry and then unload it there so I don't have to carry 12 of these coconut waters by themselves. We have prune juice in the back just in case the kids get stopped up or anything like that. Apple cider vinegar, again, got that at Costco. This is the avocado oil spray that I use for cooking, and then a bunch of almond milk. And then right over here, I have extra organizational baskets in case you're wondering what that is. And I do use those quite frequently to change things out and move things around. Extra baking soda, which is what we use for our laundry detergent. I have some, these are like contact paper basically for your shelves. And I actually have a few that need it, but I got that at Costco, a 2-pack for a really good deal too. As you can see here, mountain of toilet paper. We just come in here and grab it when we need it. And then some extra white vinegar there in the back. And then over here, just, high chair for whenever the baby's going to need it. But we have diapers. So newborn diapers, which is crazy. And then size 4 for Isla. And we just keep these extras in here. I'm gonna throw away all my trash and break it down, but let me show you what I'm bringing into the kitchen as well because I needed to stock up on a few things. Toilet paper, that needs to go around. I usually keep at least 3 in every bathroom in a drawer close to the toilet so that you can reach it. We have some marinara sauce that needs to go up there, 3 of those. There's one under this one as well, in case you were curious. A box of newborn diapers because, as I said, 38 weeks pregnant here, and I need to stock my diapers. That's so crazy. Paper plates, because when the baby comes, we will be using some paper plates for a little while just to cut down on dishes and extra work around the household as we adjust. We needed some extra ketchup in the kitchen. And then this is going into my hospital bag, so I can't let the kids see this, but it's just the dark chocolate peanut gems, basically like dark chocolate peanut M&Ms, but from the Unreal brand, which we really like their stuff because there's no added food dyes in there. Oh, and I needed some freezer gallon bags, so those will go at the top of my pantry as well.
So this bag that was hanging on the door was actually there for like a week. I'm not even going to lie. I had cleaned out our storage area, which I was so happy to do, and it has been so much nicer to walk in there and not walk into a bunch of piles of stuff, but I needed a trash bag in the storage room, and it has been so nice to just go ahead and throw away all this packaging. I did take this out right after, but I might put a trash can in here.
Okay, wouldn't you agree? We are looking so much better. No more stuff on the floor. I try to take care of this stuff as quickly as possible just because it builds up so fast. And then all of a sudden you're way behind and it's hard to keep this organized. So there we go.